Hi, Joseph. My name is Gabrielle, and I will be your counselor today. So, what has brought you in?
Well, I didn't have a whole lot of choice. I got in a pretty bad wreck the other week. Was coming home from the bar about like 3 in the morning, and I hit a deer. And after I hit the deer, I hit in our car, and I hit a guardrail, and I woke up in the hospital. And somewhere between that, I guess they figured out what I was doing at the bar. I was drinking, so I mean, it's not the first time this has happened. The last couple of times I've driven home from the bar, I got pretty lucky, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, here I am.
Well, why were you drinking that particular night?
I drink like every night. Sometimes my friends leave before I do, and I have to go drive home. I mean, usually I'll get a ride over to the bar in the morning to go pick up my car, but sometimes I just ended by driving on home, and it was one of those nights.
I understand. I mean, sometimes some people need it for like a stress relief. So, are you doing it because you're stressed with maybe work or home, or are you doing it leisurely and then you don't realize when it's become a little too much for that night?
I guess leisurely. I mean, work's been pretty okay, and life's pretty good, except for the fact that I'm not allowed to drive now because yeah, because I got a another. They sent me with a DUI too, and it's my fourth one. So they kind of took my license too. I mean, I don't think I have a problem with drinking. I guess I have a problem with stopping.
I understand. I mean, it doesn't really seem like a problem until pretty much a consequence like this comes up. So, do you drink typically every night of every week?
Just about, yeah. I can't really think about the last time I didn't.
Okay. And you said you're usually with your friends, coworkers.
Yeah, usually like one or the other. Sometimes a little bit of both, and it's if one group's not going out, the other group's going out. Jump in and try and have a good time. Try not to hit any deer, but
Yeah. And at home, does anyone have a problem with your drinking?
my wife don't like it too much. She gets a little upset when I come home stinking, but usually I'm pretty quiet and just usually go right to bed. She don't like the smell of it too much, I guess.
Yeah, that's understandable, I guess. Is it ever conflicting? Like, does it ever bother you and her schedule, maybe on the weekends or anything that gets in the way of her work or I guess just home life in general?
Yeah, especially on the weekends. I get home pretty late, and
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I don't wake up till super late, and we don't really get moving for the weekends. So if we gotta go shopping or something, it's not until like the afternoon. Then it's real busy at the store, and we miss out on things. I think
Recovering.
one time we were late for we were late for a wedding as I was trying to sober up beforehand and just couldn't. So got to show up pretty late.
It's a big day, so I can see how your wife would take that as maybe you not prioritizing on that particular day. But I mean, if this is like an everyday thing for you, it's nothing out of the norm. So it doesn't seem, like I said, it doesn't seem to you like it is any kind of problem until it starts affecting your home life or work life. So I guess what I want to see is, are you wanting to change for you, or are you wanting to change because you have to come here because of the DUI?
Well, I guess kind of both because I mean I can't get my license back till I can prove I can get my drinking under control.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to so many times in the past and just sometimes it kind of works and then it doesn't. I just don't know. I mean, I need to get my license back so I can make it to work without relying on people. I feel like eventually they're just going to tell me, to figure it out for myself to get to work. And yeah, that would be pretty bad if I can't work. I mean, right now I can. Right now the alcohol isn't even killing isn't even killing our budget at home. But I gotta get to pay people for rides every single day. It's gonna start to hurt a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that in the past, you've tried and it just kind of goes back into the pattern. So you're saying that at some point you have tried to maybe ease up a little bit, or explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so in the past, I just kind of what I would do is never felt need to get a drink. I would just grab a cup of coffee.
Hmm.
And that worked out for the early part of the evening, but then eventually it'd be like, okay, I need to get ready to go to sleep and kind of, I found ways to fall asleep. I found ways to waste the energy away. And then after the energy goes away, I could usually just go to sleep. But after a while, I just got tired of, I guess, not being tired. I need
Yeah.
to sleep. And I just went back to my old ways again. I guess I need to, I guess for me, it was just, I had that coffee there to replace, to kind of take the place of the alcohol, but
Hmm.
I didn't quite get the timing down right.
That's okay. I mean, in this type of situation, if since it's so normal for you, it makes sense to kind of relapse every so often when you try to ease up a little bit. So, I mean, lucky for you, I've seen so many clients with the same issue, some that want to change, some that don't want to change, and some that are kind of in between. They kind of want to and kind of have to. So, in this type of situation, what we want, the goal, what it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, is you want to get your license back so that you don't have to rely on anyone. And also, you want to get your drinking under control so that a situation like this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I guess I need to. I mean, the want's there too, I guess, but
Mhm.
I need to at this point. It's kind of gone beyond that one thing, and now it's just I need to because can't work,
Yeah,
can't live, and the rest of it goes with it.
I understand. So, I guess what we can start doing is we can come up with a plan that will work for your home and your work life. You said that work can be stressful, but for the most part, it's manageable. So, what we can start doing is maybe getting rid of any alcohol in the household so that you aren't tempted to come home and drink, and we can start there. Maybe we can coordinate something with your wife, because I think it's best you spend the most time at home. Granted, you're at work multiple hours a day, in total throughout the week, but you sleep at home, you wake up at home, your weekends are at home. So it's what you're most surrounded by. It makes most sense to get rid of alcohol in the household so that when you're home, it's in a sense like a safe zone. So, when you're there, your wife's on board with it, so she can be that encouragement. And then maybe setting some limits at the bars, whether it be a financial limit, whether it be in quantity, um, whether how many beers you have, or whether it is, okay, I don't want to spend more than $50 tonight. Start smaller, hopefully, and then once we can get that under control, you may feel like I don't really depend on this anymore. I don't need it so much. So because our biggest goal is to get it under control and get our license back. But it doesn't seem like you want to completely cut out drinking in your life, does it?
I mean, I guess I'll probably. You said spending a lot of time at home, and frankly, I think I've spent more time at the bar than I have at home the past couple weeks. So it's the past couple of years. Now I think about. I guess I probably need to. I don't know. I mean, I wake up at home, and sometimes I fall asleep and wake up at the bar, and
And it's just become a routine, it kind of sounds like. And it's going to be a little hard to kick at the beginning, but once you start, it's like a domino effect. It'll get easier and easier. It'll just keep going smoothly. And I think you'll be able to do it, especially with support. I've been doing this for years. I've seen clients come in with this situation, and just as long as you know that I'm here, and if your wife's on board, that's a plus. If not, we can have sessions with her as well so that she is understanding of the problem, and what the goal is. Not so much of that there's an issue with you or what's going on, just more so what our goal is so that we can fix this issue and then prevent it from happening again. So we can start there. I just want you to not feel discouraged at this beginning process because this isn't a one weekend type of fix. It's going to take a little while. You may relapse, and that's normal. But this will take maybe a couple weeks, perhaps a couple months. I'm sure you have a time frame when you want your license back. If it was up to you, I'm sure it would probably be tomorrow or next week. But unfortunately, you're going to have to take this step by step to really show your commitment to it and to show, I guess, also the authorities that you're willing to make this change yourself. So, do you feel that you're on board and that you can commit to this change?
Yeah, I can definitely try. Yeah, I think I can give it a go.
Okay. Well, it sounds like that you're willing to do so. So, let's see, let's start off with our next session. What we'll do is I'll see how things are at home. Your one duty that you have is to perhaps get rid of all alcohol that's in the household. If you want to inform your wife on what you're doing and why you're doing it, that sounds like a great idea to me. And I think it would help you, it would help the progress, and it would help us as well. If you want to bring her in for the next session, feel free to. Just want you to know that with the more support you have, the more easier this will be on you because you'll have different outlets to look to for just for, I guess, motivation if that's what you need. And I think you'll be able to do really well, and we'll be able to get your license back, and then we'll be able to get this all under control ultimately.
All right, sounds good. That's good sketch. I'll talk to the wife. I don't know if she's gonna be. I don't know if she's gonna have time to come in, but we'll see.
And if not, that's okay. She doesn't have to, of course. This is only if she feels comfortable enough to. But in the end, this is between you and yourself, and I'm here for you regardless. So we can work through this, just us. If she wants to be included, she can. If not, that's okay as well. So just whatever, if you feel like you are needing a drink and you don't want to confront your wife about it because you fear that she may judge you can come to me because you know that I won't. I know what our goal is. I know what you're supposed to be doing for yourself to better your future, to get your license back, to get this under control. So if you need to call me, you can call me as well. I think that'll be a good start for right now. Do you want to address anything else? Is there any other goal that you want to also tackle?
Um, I don't really know. I guess. I mean, I guess I gotta work on the giving it a peer pressure thing. I mean, suppose I wouldn't go out to drink with the others. I don't think I ever have. It's always the others. So maybe attack that too. But I don't know. Just it feels a little stressful. Not I feel like I'm being like left out if I don't go. So
And that's understandable. I mean, peer pressure, especially with people that they may not seem like they have any bad intentions. However, you do have a really good excuse this time to not drink or to not drink as much, and they should understand that this serious situation has happened. If you choose to tell them, you don't have to, but you can also just if maybe you want to say for health reasons you went to a doctor, maybe you just want to get in better shape, something. If you have problems saying no, what we can do is you can go out with your friends, see how it goes, see what it is that you're most having issues with and at what point in time, and then we can work on I guess refusing the alcohol in our next session as well if you see that it's a lot more difficult than it seems right now. So we can work on that as well.
all right, that sounds good. It's definitely I guess two birds with one stone.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to get your license back. We're going to commit to getting out the alcohol out of the household. We can include your wife if you want. And then we're also going to work on refusing. You may not, if you don't want to refuse the invitation altogether, you don't have to. Okay, so we can just baby steps into it. And then surely in time, you will definitely get to where you want to be. Okay, does that everything sound good? So we can set our next session?
That sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay, great. Well, then we can set our next session and then I will see you then, okay?
All right.
All right.